All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. Oh, hold on, let me take that down. That goes up. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you until we'll see. We'll see. Um, and I gotta ease myself into this. I gotta ease myself in. Um, I'm not trying to save the world today. I'm not trying to save the community today. I'm just easing myself back in. We'll save the community Wednesday, and then we'll save the world on Thursday. But for right now, I'm just easing myself in. All right. Sometimes you gotta ease it in. Sometimes you gotta ease it in. Um, as always, I start by saying hi to the people because I appreciate y'all. Hold on, let me open this here. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. Let's see. There we go. So we got Sierra in the house. Sierra in the, oh, by the way, the I know y'all can kind of see through here because it's got green in it. So just ignore that. Pretend you can't see through that, all right? Um, Sierra in the house. Good afternoon. Thank you for welcoming me back. Anthony, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We got Erica representing Reading. Good afternoon. Let me move this over here. There we go. We got Erica representing Reading. April, good afternoon. She says hello, everyone, and she's representing A1. All right. Regina in the house. Good afternoon, Regina. Good afternoon. We got Brent. All right. Good afternoon. He's representing Dallas, Texas. McConnell in the house. Says, what's up? Good afternoon to everybody. We got Myosha in the house. Color me shocked. Got to get the hate out your system. Got to get it out. Good afternoon. I appreciate you. We got Logic Slayer representing Gulf Manor. Tria in the house representing Columbia Township. Robert Willis. All right. Good afternoon. Preston. Good afternoon, Preston. Good afternoon. Anthony says, we letting you work today. Then we will have security escort you out after being fired. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Did somebody get fired or something that I should know about? Sierra says 4-hour show today. I don't think so. Brent said I got to get rid of the massage parlor music. Hey, that's the countdown. It is what it is for right now. Deal with it. Benita in the house. Representing Roseline. Good afternoon, Benita. Good afternoon. We got Pamela. Good afternoon. She's representing North Avondale. DeWanda in the house. Good afternoon. Sabrina or Breeny checking in from Kentucky. All right. Got Jacqueline. Peachy. She's Peachy. She's not Jacqueline. That's her real name, like her government name. I know her as Peachy. She's Peachy. She's representing Sharonville. Good afternoon. We got Shahara in the house. Says good afternoon, everybody. Back at it on a Monday. Can't believe we're actually back. What the what? Present. She's representing Bond Hill. That was a lot. Anybody lose sound? I don't think so. We got Maria representing North College Hill. All right, North College Hill in the house. Stephanie representing Roseline. Got a few people from Roseline. Let me see. Terry in the house representing downtown. All right. Oh, I do know how they do us at jobs. Yes. Has that ever happened to me? I mean, I guess you could say it happened, but not really. When I got fired from the radio station, I knew I was going to get fired before they knew they was going to fire me. because I knew I wasn't going to take that shot, and they thought I was going to change my mind. So, no, I can't say that that's ever happened. I've seen it happen. I seen it happen to a dude on his anniversary. It was his anniversary. Talking about somebody, they worked all day, and then right after the shift is over, they call him in the office and fire him. I saw it happen to a dude on his anniversary. He worked. They called him to the office. And I don't know if they was wrong for it. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way to do it. But his wife had dropped off flowers for their anniversary. And they had them. And I guess they came right before the end of the shift. And so when we got off work, they called him to the office. And they called him to the office. And they gave him the flowers, like, yeah, your wife dropped you off some flowers, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right. And they like, oh, and by the way, and they fired him. And so he came out the office with the flowers in his hand, and everybody like, okay, but he had this look on his face. And then, he kind of explained to us what happened. And you like, oh no, like, what do you say? Happy anniversary. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? But, and I don't know if there was a correct order to do that. Is the correct order to be like, bruh, you fired? And by the way, here's some flowers from your wife. Happy anniversary. Or what they did, like, oh, happy anniversary. Your wife sent you some flowers. Here you go. By the way, you fired. There is no, you know what I'm saying? There's no right way to do it. So he said he got the flowers first, and then he got canned. Andrea in the house representing Gulf Manor. He was a good dude, too. He was a good dude. We got Diane representing Gulf Manor. Gulf Manor is strong up in here. All right. Lewis in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Got Vanessa. Vanessa checking in, representing the row. All right. All right. Let me see. Kenny Hill, representing the West End. All right. Stephanie says hello to everyone. We got Dwayne representing Mount Airy. Sean, thank you. Yeah, I was on UPTO. Unpaid time off. Myosha says, I'll be mad as hell if I got fired at the end of my shift. You could have done that in a phone call and I could have stayed home. They still need you to work. And I imagine they figure, we let him get this last 8 hours in. That'll be on his last check, as opposed to calling him and saying, you fired. LaDonna says, where's the row? I'm assuming she means Stanley Row. But, I don't know for sure. Sierra say that's wild. It is. It was wild. Steban, representing Westwood. What's up, Steban? LaDonna in the house. Mary in the house, sending love. All right. I like love. Tracy Bell, representing Northside. All right. Northside is, am I wrong on this? Northside is the, like the gay community. That sounds bad. But I know a few gay people and they all live in Northside. Is Northside the gay community now? I'm just checking. I don't want to be like insensitive. But I think Northside is the gay community. LaDonna says she's representing East Price Hill. Sean says, good afternoon. Chelsea, thank you for checking us out. Says, just put the flowers in the box to pack his stuff up. Give him a little head start. Nah, it wasn't that kind of job. It wasn't no box of stuff. It was a factory job. Meat packing plant. So after the shift, we ain't got nothing. You got your stuff in your locker. That's it. So it wasn't no box to put stuff in. They had to call him to the office. I thought it was a beautiful gesture by his wife. Let's see. R.I.P. to Smoking Joe Louis. All right. I could have swore Joe Louis was dead like a long time ago. But I guess, you still want him to rest in peace. Like, hold on, I got to check it and make sure. Yeah, he died in 1981. But I guess you still want him to rest in peace, after all these years. Let's see, we got Jason in the house representing Fairfield. We got Brenda in the house representing Fairfield. Dominique representing Coleraine. All right. Carolyn in East Walnut Hills. Thank you all for checking out the show. How was my unpaid time off? Unpredictable. It's unpaid time off. My unpaid time off it was nice. It was nice. I got an opportunity to get so much done. Like, I fulfilled some orders. I don't really have enough time to experiment when I'm screen printing. Experiment, try different things. So it gave me opportunity to try a few things, screen printing, and I enjoyed myself. Mrs. Livingston was out of town, so I enjoyed myself. I was up late every night, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, just down here screen printing, figuring stuff out. I enjoyed it. Thanks for asking. Pamela says managers love to fire people and walk up to them and say, grab your purse and come with me. I don't know that they love to do it. I'm trying to think, have I ever had to fire somebody? I don't think I've ever fired anybody. I think I've hired people. Well, I know I've hired people. I don't think I've ever fired anybody. I don't think I have. I had to give it some thought. So yes, that is, Northside is the gay community now. Okay. Mr. Jenkins would know. Yeah, they do. They got a lot of gay storefronts and stuff on Hamilton Avenue. They got a lot of gay storefronts. Gay storefronts. Storefronts that look welcoming to the LGBT community. I'm going to say they gay. Diane says they all don't leave. I'm sure you meant live in Northside. Now, almost every gay person that I know whose house I've been over, it was in Northside. I mean, recently, I had some gay friends from back in the day. They lived all over the place. But recently, in the past, I'm going to say 7 years, every gathering that I've gone to over a gay person's home, that home was in Northside. I'm not saying all gay people live in Northside or that everyone who lives in Northside is gay, but Tessie, good afternoon from Fairfield. All right. Chelsea want to know, where was I yesterday? Church, praising the Lord. And then once I got out of church, I came home, and by that time, everything was over. I kind of missed it. Let me see. Scrolling through. Pat says, good afternoon. And I know you met Nate yesterday. He told me. Let me see. You don't work for money. What you talking about? It was still unpaid. You believe Drop will be calling today? Yeah, probably not. It's gay friendly. North Side is. Okay, but who's not? I mean, really, who's not North? I mean, North. I'm looking at a thing. Who's not gay friendly? What community is not gay friendly? Gay friendly, to me, gay friendly means gays are welcome. Damn, you gay, you can come. I don't care. That's gay friendly. They're a little more than just gay friendly. Daryl, just random. He's drinking sarsaparilla root tea, and it's good. Congratulations. Pamela says, we just rode through Hamilton Avenue on North Side. I never thought about everything and everyone being gay on that street. Good thing we didn't stop or pull over. Why? Why is it a good thing? Like, they're not going to do nothing to you. Again, everybody there ain't gay. It's just a community where, look, there are just some communities where groups of people decide to settle. For whatever reason, they say, this is where I want to be. And, maybe some other people see it like, hey, I got some gay friends there. I'll move there too. And then next thing you know, you got a whole lot of gay people there. And I'm not against it. But ain't nobody gonna do nothing to you. Your car break down. They not gonna. What would they do? What would they do? Northside and Clifton are gay havens in Cincinnati. Clifton, really? Really? I'm asking. I'm in Avondale, so I'm up in Clifton. I imagine that, the university area, you're going to have some, because it's, free thinking and all of that stuff. So you're going to have some stuff there, but I don't know if I would say Clifton. Mary says, I'm gay friendly, but not gay. I don't know if I'm just friendly to people, and I don't care if you're gay. Look, people, this is not okay to say, and I might get canceled. But just gay is not, you can do what you want to do, but I'm not one of those people who pretends that gay is normal or natural. It's not. It's not natural and it's not normal. It's acceptable because it's your life. But it's not natural and it's not normal. I won't pretend that it's normal. I'll just say, I'm not pretending. I'll just say it is what it is. People are doing it, living that lifestyle, and it is what it is. I'm not against it for someone else. I'm against it for me because I'm not gay. But it's just, come on, it's not. What would you do if you saw two male lions having sex? You would be like, that's not natural. That's not normal. Male lions typically have sex with female lions. And if you've seen two male lions doing it, you would say that's not natural. It's not offensive to say that. It's not offensive to say it. You just say it because it's not. It's not. And I heard somebody, well, it's different animals, and we're not like animals, and they don't have the ability to reason, and blah, blah, blah. And animals are very reasonable. They definitely have the ability to reason. Definitely. How did male lions know they don't want to raise no other male lions' kids? So they kill them when they come in and take over the pride. So I'm not raising his kids. You're out your mind. Male lions know that. They're reasoning that. Hey, hello, is that my kid? That ain't my kid. Kill him. Either kill him if he's young, if he's real young, kill him. And if he's, adolescent, You got to get the fuck up out of here. And they run them off. Male lions typically don't come in and raise some other dude's kids. It's normal. It's natural. You ever watch lions and other animals hunt? They hunt together. They have strategies. They hide. Like, oh, look, he down in the grass. He hiding. Gotcha, bitch. And then they run up on you and that's reason and logic. Those animals are using logic and reason. They working together as a team. You don't do that if you're not using logic and reason. They have the ability to reason. But I've never seen two male lions have sex with each other. Just because it ain't normal. It's not natural. That's not offensive. It just is. Now, if you're gay, I love you. I love you. I don't have anything against you being gay. I wish the best for you. I hope you succeed and achieve everything you want to achieve just like anybody else. I'm just saying, I don't know that it's not normal and natural. That's it. Brian says it's a scientific fact that some percentage of higher intelligence animals have sexual deviations. Okay. But the fact that it's deviations means it's not the norm. It's not normal. Again, I'm not saying it. You're going to hell. I don't know who going to hell. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it ain't normal. It's not the norm. Man, it's really not natural. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. We got in all of this because Northside is I think it's trending, like a trending gay community. And it's reasonable that it would be. Hold on a second. I gotta put the phones up. I got the number up there. Yeah, it's Monday. I haven't been here for a week. Y'all know Mondays I typically have to redo my whole setup. And, now since it's been a week, I had a lot of other stuff taken down. So I got to get the phone. All right, phone. All right, come on, open up. Give me just a moment. All right. You do that. Let's make sure you are here. Line out, yes. All right, that should be it. So the phone should be open. The phone should be open. But no, that's it. Oh, Brian says, I'm including hetero in the deviation, speaking scientifically. And while you use normal, you also use natural. Just saying, no hostility. Well, yeah. I didn't take it as hostility. And yes, natural. Because for me, the natural order of things. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. And I like to be specific. Natural, existing in or caused by nature, not made or caused by humankind. I'm not sure that's the. Well, maybe. Maybe. It might not be. It is some I mean, I know people say God made them that way. So you would say that's not, but I don't, I think God made us asexual. And then we decide to be sexual, and we decide who to be sexual and sexually attracted to. I ain't really trying to get into no God debate. I'm not trying to get into no gay debate. If you gay, be happy. Be happy. Bottom line is, if your car break down in North Side, I don't think nobody gonna do nothing to you because they gay. If anything, I'm not even gonna say that. I was told yesterday that I have a lisp. Somebody did tell me that. One of my nieces told me I have a lisp. I was like, what? So I don't hear no lisp, but either way you go, I'm not gay. So it don't really matter. It don't really matter. That's all I could think of. I'm not gay. I don't think do I have a lisp? Why did I ask y'all? Don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. All right. I don't know. Let's move on from that conversation. Preston says Northside has always been a gay community, at least that I can remember. I guess I never really thought about it. I went to Schwab, so Schwab's over there in Northside, and I never really thought about it. We rode the bus, got off, walked up to school, walked back to the bus stop, and got on the bus. I never really thought about whether or not it was a gay community. Oh, wait a minute. And somebody said, hold on, I got to scroll back. Because somebody brought up, the cats. Who brought up the cats? Because I really did see when Brent, how did you know those two cats that were having relations face to face were not both males? I guess I don't know. I didn't check, so I can't really say. But I did see two cats having sex face to face. It's true. Still, when I think about it, it's funny. Let's see. Mary wants to know, can you be gay with having relations with the same sex? I don't know that I understand. I don't think that I understand that. I don't understand the question. Without having sex. I guess it all depends on your definition. Let's see. Of course, they ruled 9-0 that Donald Trump, that Colorado, and I think, was it Maine, they can't keep Trump off the ballot. They ruled that they can't keep him, that not that he has to be on the ballot, but that I believe these states can't remove him from the ballot. Are we prepared for a second Donald Trump presidency? That's really what I want to know. I'm not here to bash Trump. I don't support the guy. I won't vote for the guy. But we do realize that there's a really good chance. I would say 50-50. It's a toss-up. It's going to be, more than likely, it's going to be Trump and Biden for a rematch. It's going to be Trump and Biden for a rematch. Are we prepared for a second Trump presidency? And what does that mean? What does that mean to you? A second Trump presidency. See, to me, what it means is Um, he's probably going to make things, try to do a whole lot more deregulation so more wealthy people can get wealthier. Maybe more tax breaks and things of that nature so wealthy people can get wealthier. He'll say he's doing it because, this whole trickle down economics thing, which I don't necessarily buy into. But I have to be honest, I don't pay enough attention to all of the economics of the country to be able to say he's great for the economy or he's horrible for the economy. To be fair, coronavirus did do some bad stuff, and he, to some degree, had no control over that. And he could have not lied to people and told people it was going to go away and it wasn't no big deal, and they didn't have to do anything, and when it got warm and everything was just going to disappear, and suggest that that people get injected with disinfectant. He could have not did all of that stuff. He could have been really serious about it and said, look, from day one, look, y'all take this really serious. Take it serious. But all of that aside, you kind of can't blame him for that in terms of the economy doing what it did on the coronavirus. You can't blame Donald Trump for coronavirus. You can't. It's fun to. But if you're being honest, he didn't cause coronavirus. It happened on his watch. That's that. But in your mind, Trump wins. Hold on just a moment, CK. In your mind, Trump wins, and what happens? What is the concern? My biggest concern with a Trump win is legitimately our way of life. Like, this dude wants to be a dictator. He wants to. I would not be shocked if he tried to do something to change the rules and how long a president can stay president and manipulate people and put people in place to make things happen, or, declare martial law or something. Again, I don't know all of the stuff that he could try. But no, I would not be shocked if he did any of those things. And that's my biggest concern. Look, when Donald Trump was president, before coronavirus, when you think about it, I don't really notice much change between, when Obama was president, when Trump was president, when Bush was president. In my personal life, not much change. But I really do, now, this is the most important election of our life. This is the most important election of our life. Every election is the most important election of our life. I don't necessarily subscribe to that, except this one. I think this one is the most important one of our life, because I really do believe that this Donald Trump dude is going to try to completely change the government. And I have to admit, it scares me a little bit. CK.
Absolutely fascinating. Did you hear yourself just now?
I did. I was saying it and listening all at the same time.
That's what I'll be wanting. So do you go back and watch your videos, or do you just never go back? I mean, what's the difference between doing it and watching it?
Well, I might watch a little bit of it. I don't sit and watch like a whole 2 hour or 3 hours or whatever I might do that day. But I will scan through and watch certain parts and, kind of be critical of myself, the way I delivered a point, if I was clear on something, whether I lack knowledge on something, all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I do from time to time.
Yeah, now, when you say you went to church yesterday, Now, when you go to church, are you one of them people that be like, wow, yeah? Do you be ad-libbing the preacher? Are you an ad-libber?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say I
'Cause
do it on a regular basis, but sometimes, just like this, like you might say something that I agree with, and I'll be like, all right, yeah. Something like that. But,
okay.
I'm not a holler out preach. I'm not one of those people. No.
Yeah, oh, okay. Because, sometimes they put their hand on you and people just fall out. Like when the preacher put their hand on you, just fall out. The Holy Ghost hit them. You been hit by the Holy Ghost before?
I've fallen out before, but I think I'll be honest, I fell out because I was tired of them trying to push me down. So I'm being honest. So I went on ahead and look, I don't disbelieve that people can be, as they say, slain in the spirit, whatever. I don't not believe, but it's not happened to me. But again, I did fall out and they was pushing me, and I'm like, okay, they want me to fall out. I hope somebody will catch me. And okay. And then I was like, it's gonna sound like I'm being silly or not something, but I'm not. This is the truth. And I was kind of peeking, like, cause how long do I have to stay down here? Like, if I would have popped right back up, I feel like they would have pushed me back down. So I just stayed there for a little bit, and I was looking, and somebody who fell out before me got up, and I was like, okay, it's time. I can get up now.
Yeah, I went through a similar experience in Carson, California. I'm a teenager, and everybody falling out, Livingston, everybody, right? So I'm like, man, damn, so I got to fall out then, because then they going to look at me like, why you ain't fall out? So it's like you pressured into faking it.
Sometimes you can be pressured. Yes. But again, I didn't do it just because I was pressured to do it like everybody else is doing it. I did it because they was taking so long and they was trying to push me down, and I'm like, they want me to fall. Let me fall. Because I'll be standing here for the next, 15 minutes, and I'll have a handprint on my head if I don't just go ahead and fall. So, yeah, that was what I did.
And you ain't like that man hand on your head like that neither, did you?
I didn't mind his hand on my head. It was just the pressure, the physical pressure of trying to push me down. Okay, I'm out now. Like, all right.
He gonna force the Holy Ghost in you. Another topic I want to cover with you was your now when you said about voting, I wanted to ask you how serious do you think America takes voting? Do you think we take it serious?
No,
here in America,
I think there are people who take voting serious. Yes, definitely there are people, but as a whole, as Americans as a whole, no, I don't think, because there's so many who don't vote. And if as a whole we took it serious, and like 99% of the people would be of voting age would be registered and vote, but that's not the case.
What's the percentage? Like 15%?
I looked it up just the other day, and my brain don't work like that. I'll look it
up. Was it low? It was low though, wasn't it?
Was it like 63% or something like that?
Oh, that's not bad. Because Livingston, the reason why people don't vote here in America, because a lot of people think that it's not going to change anything, and that's the mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, the mindset is that, okay, if I vote, what does it matter, Because ultimately, it's you got to be accountable, All these presidents we done had, what they done did to you. You still got the same life, Livingston. What they did to you. Or do you think your life would be different with different presidents, like if Michael Dukakis got elected?
I don't know. That's my legitimate. That's why I said the difference between when Clinton was in office, when Bush was in office, when Obama was in office, when Trump was in office, and Biden being in office, in terms of my personal life, it didn't. Neither of them had any great effect on me personally. Now I'm sure you can look back and you can say there are people who, policies that affect things and all that kind of stuff, but just me personally, no, not really.
Yep, exactly. And that's that. Just think.
But
The
hold on,
person that,
hold on, but don't misunderstand that to be that it doesn't matter, because I think it does matter. I think things do come up, and the trajectory of things do change. Some things that need to happen take longer to happen, or maybe don't happen. And I mean, if you just look at the Supreme Court, the striking down, so to speak, of Roe versus Wade. If Trump is not in office, that probably doesn't happen. Now, does that affect me personally in my life? No, but it's not that it doesn't have a huge effect potentially on a lot of people in the country, which is why I make that distinction. A lot of what they've done, I don't see the effects of me in my personal life, but they've definitely changed enough things to affect enough people to where I would definitely say it's important.
Yeah, and you got to think the abolishment of Roe versus Wade, that allows humans that wouldn't have been here to exist. Humans that would make change and change the trajectory of history. So you got to understand
I'm not
huge.
sure that I agree with that either.
You murdering people. You murdering. Just think if your mama aborted you.
But she did.
This world would be different.
But she didn't. So that's what I'm saying. I don't believe this is gonna. I don't even really know how to express it, but I really do believe, like, hey, look, life is what it is. Some people are born like, when you ejaculate, a lot of sperm is released, right?
Right.
Every single one of them is a potential kid. Every single one. But of I don't know the number, the millions of sperm, only one of them, sometime maybe 2, 3, but only, on a normal basis, only one of them actually get home. I wonder, is it chance? Is it divine design? Is it whatever? And looking into, well, if I would have never been born, then so-and-so, but I was. So I can't speak about, my other, for all I know, one of my other sackmates could have been a much better human and much more effective in the world than me. But I don't really get into all of that.
Yeah, your philosophy is what makes people put on the other side too, because they looking at it like, well, I've been here and I'm glad my mama didn't abort me, so I would never be for abortion. So that's how they rationalize a lot of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They rationalize that with, and remember I told you, rest in peace to the Smoking Joe Louis, 1981. Remember we lost a legend in April, and then May we lost Bob Marley. So you got to think, by losing Joe Louis, we lost a great civil rights leader. You know what I mean? He fought for the people. You remember?
Okay.
And
I
Bob
don't remember,
Marley,
but I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah, Bob Marley. Oh my God, they murdered Bob Marley a month later. So you took out 2 civil rights activists back to back in 1981. This is where you affect the civil rights movement. You know what I mean? That was the final chapter. After they silenced Muhammad Ali, and he couldn't talk for over 30 years. Couldn't say nothing. One of the best talkers you ever heard in your life, Livingston. They took away his ability to speak.
Who was this?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay. I never been on a Muhammad Ali bandwagon.
Oh yeah, you remember how great he was? He was great.
Here's what I remember, or what I've learned. That dude turned his back on Malcolm X, and I don't respect that.
Yeah.
Like, even if you know what I'm saying, I ain't messing with you no more, but he was out there like dogging him out. I don't respect that.
He said any man that disrespects the Honorable Elijah Muhammad deserved to die. But him being able to live long enough, he did know the actions was wrong, and he did apologize for what he said about Malcolm X. You do remember that part also, right?
Yeah, but what difference do that make? Like, he could have maybe spoke up for him instead of, and maybe that man could still be alive if he would have used his pull to say to the Honorable Elijah and to people in the Nation of Islam around the country, you know, what's happening, what we talking about, what people are planning with regard to Malcolm is not right, and I won't stand for it. Like, just like he did about going to Vietnam, do the same thing for Malcolm, and maybe that man is still here, but maybe not.
Yeah, now that's a great point. Now, as far as that, I just think that it was fear. I think he was speaking out of fear because he just lost his good friend. So he was saying, I think he was speaking out of fear that he would be murdered if he did those actions that you said. He was willing to die against the American government, but I don't think he was willing to die against going against somebody that gave him his name.
I don't
See,
respect
he
it.
was like brainwashed.
I don't respect it.
I respect what you're saying because I feel the same way. But I just wanted to, at least you know he did apologize. You know the whole story, so
Yes.
I appreciate that, man. Hey, that's good knowledge. That's good knowledge, Livingston. You know, I'm gonna go back and listen to this and learn what you said even better.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That's CK. That's CK. Um, but okay, so Trump becomes president. I don't know how we safeguard the country. I don't know how we safeguard the government from the sitting president. Like, we really got to, like, trust the people around him to want to do what's right. We got to trust that the people that he chooses are going to want to do what's right for the country. I mean, really, and I'm asking this is a legitimate question, at least in my mind. Do y'all really believe that if Donald Trump becomes president, that our country, our representative democracy is in danger? Or y'all think, no, it ain't no big, everything gonna be fine. He gonna solve all the problems in the world and everything is gonna be fine. Because I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble. I mean, I know, excuse me, there are people right now trying to convince us that racism doesn't exist anymore. All right? There are people right now trying to convince you that things that you know to be true are not true. But when I look at this, Jason says I'm overreacting. He says you're overreacting. How? Like, honestly, look, y'all, honestly, do you not see this? Have you not paid attention to what the man is, how he is, what he says he's gonna do? They're already strategizing how they can get everything accomplished this go round. They won't let this opportunity get away. Right. Jason says, by saying he's going to be a dictator, well, partially by saying he's going to be a dictator. See, that sounds like a joke, right? Well, I'm going to be a dictator for a day. But what did he say he's going to be doing? What is he suggesting that he's going to do during that one-day dictatorship? The suggestion is, I'm going to be a dictator for one day. And in that one day, I'm going to get rid of everybody who might be resistance in the government. That's what he's suggesting. Anyone who may not be loyal to me, they're gone. So while it sounds kind of jokey, like, he gonna be a dictator for a day, that's funny. What is he suggesting he's gonna do for that one day? Get rid of everyone who's not 100% on board with what he may or may not have planned. And then if you get rid of all the resistance and you put in your people who gonna do exactly what you tell them to do, what you want them to do, work the plan. See, it was kiki, but now it's, well, wait a minute. Who's there to stand against him? Who's there to stop him? You need all of Congress to be in on this. I don't think you do. The president has certain powers. Look, and don't, yes, I have a degree in political science, but I don't know everything about the government. All right? I'm not going to lie and pretend to know everything about the government, but I know that there are mechanisms in place where he can basically take over the military. He's the commander in chief. Well, what are you going to do when the military won't let Congress meet? You don't need, Congress has veto power over what? And if he's running the government and running the military, coups happen all the time. Coups happen all the time with governments in place. When you put somebody in power who has the desire and has put people in place to go along with him, and therefore they have the ability to take over, what are they going to do? Jason says he can't run it by himself. That's why that key dictator for a day stuff comes in handy. Guess who the Speaker of the House is? A guy who, by most accounts, is 100% on his team. What's his name? Mike Johnson? Mike Johnson is a MAGA guy. He don't have to do it all by himself. Remember, he a dictator for a day. He getting rid of all of those people who ain't on his program. He's got people already in Congress who like, hey, whatever he say. And the people, a lot of the Republicans who are in Congress who not on his agenda, like Mitch. I don't like Mitch, but you know, one of the reasons why Mitch is leaving, Mitch might not be 100% on that agenda. And Mitch is like, it's getting hard out here for Mitch. So let me get up out of here. And if the Republicans take the Senate, and then you got a MAGA who's the head of the Senate, and you got a MAGA who's the head of the House, and you got Trump in office, and he's cleaned house and put people in who are loyal to him. It sounds far-fetched, but it's not. Nate.
Emanuel Livingston, I couldn't wait to park the car so I could make this phone call. Listen, first of all, I don't think Trump's going to win. Here's why. You need money to run a campaign. I don't care what they say. Trump is different, and he is a little different. Hillary had more money than Trump, I think, at the end of the day. But the money difference between Biden, what Biden has now, and what Biden is going to have between now and November versus what Trump has is astronomical. So
you think so?
It takes money.
What about donors? Like, I mean, he might not have a whole lot of money on hand, but he's going to have donors.
No, because they have ruined the RNC. See, the way you make money is, it's a whole bunch of campaign finance laws and they real complicated. But the bottom line is, once you become the nominee, officially become the nominee, your campaign basically takes control of your national political party. And then y'all raise money jointly. Well, Trump is so greedy that he's about to put his daughter-in-law, Eric Trump's wife, in there over the RNC. And she has all but said, we going to take the money and give it all to Donald. That's why they broke right now. And Trump hasn't come up with the money to pay to get the appeal going in E. Jean Carroll's case. That's
right.
Roughly $100 million. And then he certainly don't have the money to do the bond for the $455 million, which according to Letitia James is now about $500 million, and it grows every day.
Right.
So
hello?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
That's your niece talking to me. What was I saying? So money's going to be an issue, and they have a plan. According to what I've been reading, they plan to take even more money from the RNC and to give it to Trump. And so Trump's got all these ongoing cases. He's racking up these legal fees, and they're just using the RNC as a cash cow. Well, the RNC also is supposed to be putting money into these different Senate races and even some into the House, the congressional races. Now, before somebody gets in the chat or calls and say he don't know what he's talking about, there is a separate fund for the Senate Republicans. I think it's called the DSS. I don't know. No, that would be the Democrats. Both parties have separate funds for the Senate and for the House,
right.
And they also have these political action committees. But the big main money comes through the presidential campaign and through the joint agreement with the National Committee. So money-wise, no, I don't think that they're going to be able to get. They're going to have some small donors, but basically that money is going to be accounted for. And if it comes to Donald putting the RNC or the country or people running for Senate and running for House above his own personal needs, guess what? They lose every time. He's going to put himself first. So
I think you are seriously underestimating the stupidity and loyalty that, in particular, poor white people have for Donald Trump.
Yeah, maybe so. I guess we'll see. But so I'm thinking my first reason why I think, people shouldn't be panicking, because I see a lot of what they call liberal bedwetting about, we looking at these polls. Oh, it looks like he's going to lose. Oh, it looks like people trust, him on this issue or that issue. I don't think it's going to happen.
But if it does.
I had two more things on why I think he's going to lose, but I'll skip past them. Number one, I think Marquetta Denise raised up the Project 2025. And it's a real thick policy book that they've got all their top thinkers on, and they put it together in a book. So they're telling us exactly what they plan to do. And then it's some stuff that ain't even make it to the book that he's telling us that he plans to do. Like on foreign policy. He's telling us he's going to tell Vladimir Putin that if these people didn't pay a sufficient amount, and he keeps saying pay their dues, there are no dues in NATO. It makes me grit my teeth every time I hear him say that or one of his people say that. They not paying they dues. There are no dues.
I think that what he means is pay their fair share.
Well, I don't know that he really means. I don't know that he understands it. No matter how many times they've explained it, I don't think he understands it. But he's already said, I'm going to tell Vladimir Putin, do the hell, what is that? Do the hell, whatever you want, do whatever the hell you want to do to him. He's sending a message that when it comes to that part of the world, Europe and I guess you call that Eurasia, he's all for Vladimir Putin going in and not only finishing the job with Ukraine, but also going into Poland or any of those other border countries. And that's dangerous. That's World War III right there. Then I keep hearing these Negroes talking about, well, Biden, he loves Israel. If you support Biden, do you love Israel? And my answer has been lately, yes, I love Israel. And yes, I love the Israelis. Yes, I love the Jews. I love the black Jews who call themselves the Hebrews. And I love the white Jews who just call themselves Jews. And guess what? I can love them and still love the Palestinians and want a Palestinian state. So I keep saying to them, if you think Biden has not been kind enough to Palestine, what do you think Donald Trump's going to do? He's, again, made this clear. He's all for the bombing over there. He's all for wiping those people out. Now, he's also said, and his people have said this, yeah, we really do plan to round up however many millions of immigrants we got in this country, and we plan to put them in camps, because I just heard some congressman, I can't think what his name was, say, well, the law says, it was Marco Rubio, Senator Marco Rubio, says, well, the law is very clear. It says that anybody in this country who has not been legalized, not a legal citizen, we are to detain them until the time that a decision has been made on whether or not they can actually become a citizen or not. So they plan to put them in these camps. They plan to take as much money as necessary to build out these camps. And then they plan to deport millions and millions of people. That's going to cause big problems.
But that's what they want.
Right. So here's something else that Trump tried to get off, and he's insisting that he's going to do it properly next time. Remember, they kept saying, look at the chaos in all these cities. You got riots in the streets. Now, the people who want us to believe everything was peaceful and it was rainbows every day and little kids was eating waffles and you know what I'm saying, for breakfast, and everything was good and everybody had money. I think I heard Ronald Doodle say something like that. Everybody was living the life. They forget that while Trump was actually in office before COVID, they were saying America's a hellhole. They're in every major city. They're burning the cities down. They're burning the courthouses down. They're attacking law enforcement. So it's funny how revisionist history, now they want to say that Trump's out of office, everything was good, and it turned to hell once Biden got in there. But while he was in there, they were saying everything was bad. And the reason they were saying everything was bad was because Donald Trump and Steve Bannon and this guy named Stephen Miller, they kept telling Trump to institute what's called the Insurrection Act. And I've heard Lindsey Graham talk about this too. And basically what the Insurrection Act says is we can suspend habeas corpus. At least I think this is what, it's been a long time since I did this particular research. But I'm pretty sure what it says is you can suspend habeas corpus And basically, Donald Trump can, with the stroke of a pen, an executive order, because he's already got the law from Congress, all he has to do is enact it. Say there's an insurrection going on, it's an invasion of migrants. That's why they're using these terminology, and pay attention. And it's not it's gone from a border crisis to an invasion.
Yep.
So if you can get off to enough people that the country has been invaded, it's been invaded. There's an insurrection going on here with all these people from Mexico, from South America, from China. They're bringing in guns. They're rapists. They're psychiatric patients. They're bringing fentanyl in here. They done killed a white woman down in Georgia, the nurse. I can't think of her name, but believe me, between now and the election, everybody's going to know that woman's name. So if you can say there's chaos in the country because of Biden, then you can institute the Insurrection Act, and just like that, Donald Trump really is a dictator. Now, Is he going to just be a dictator for a day? Hell no. He's going to keep that Insurrection Act going for as long as he wants to, as long as he think he need to. And after a while, people start saying, oh, this dictatorship ain't that bad. Oh, it's not impacting my life negatively. Oh, he ain't threw me or none of my cousins in these concentration camps. And so it's very dangerous, and we don't care until he gets to us, until people realize he supported that 1994 crime bill. In fact, he wanted to go farther. He supported killing the Central Park Five. He supported, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these crazy things that he did, that he said he wanted to do and that he tried to do. Only once it's happening, then do we say, oh my God, we made a mistake. And by then, it's too late.
By then, it's too late.
Again, I go back to my first point. I don't believe he's going to win, but to be honest, I didn't think he was going to win in 2016 either. So there's that. I hope he don't win, and I hope if he do win, that whoever it was that was going back and forth with you, talking about, oh, there's a way Congress can stop him, and keep this, and then I hang up. Keep in mind, there's a really, really good chance that the Democrats are going to lose the Senate. There's a fairly good chance that Republicans will keep control of the House, especially if he can raise money like you're thinking, right? So if they control the White House
possible, yeah,
and the Senate and the House, then they control the upcoming Supreme Court seats.
That's right.
And so they already got a 6-person majority that just said the 14th Amendment don't mean what we think it means. What's to say?
They'll have the House, the Senate, the presidency, the court, and the military.
Who's to stop them?
Exactly.
Hey, I'm listening.
All right.
Good to have you back.
Good to be back.
All right.
And I do not have a lisp. Look, I know this all sound like a big stretch. It all sound like a big stretch. But it's not. It's not. And look, I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I'm not. I tell you who I'm not voting for. I'm not voting for Donald Trump. Look, if Joe Biden dropped dead the day before the election, I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I'm not voting for Donald Trump. I believe that man when he say he want to be a dictator. I believe him. I believe him when he say that stuff. I don't believe him when he say he didn't never meet E. Jean Carroll. I don't believe that. But I believe him when he say he want to be a dictator. I don't believe him when he's saying Obama instead of Biden for comedic effect. I don't believe that. I believe he's getting confused up there. And I don't believe, this is just all I don't believe stuff. Some of this ain't stuff. He's the front man. But he's got other people who, look, y'all all think because he molests the flag that not y'all all, but all of these, Republicans and, MAGA people and Black MAGA. Black MAGA believe this stuff more and deeper than anybody else, which is always weird to me. But anyway, y'all think because he molesting that flag, hugging it and groping it, that he love America? He loved the principles. He loved power and he loved money. And the people around him love power and money. That's what they love. That's what they want. They don't care what happens to you. Now, look, I'm not saying Joe Biden is sitting there thinking, I wonder how does Emanuel Livingston feel today? No, he don't. But I don't think his plan is as insidious as Trump's. And yes, I'm using the word insidious. I believe this dude is like, he's not too far from that in terms of, I want to take over. I don't even think it's like I want to take over. Like, I hate America, want to take over. I don't like the great experiment, want to take over. I think I see a lot of people in other places with a lot of power and a lot of money. And I could be that. I could be rich and powerful like Putin. Like president for the rest of my life. I was going to say like 20 years, but he ain't got no 20 years to live. I believe that. You don't have to believe it. I believe it. So my comment ain't on, the Democrats are better than the Republicans. I done told y'all, I think for the most part they the same. I think for the most part they the same. But I believe it's Trump and these people that's rolling with Trump. Yeah, your Steve Bannons and Miller and, his crew. Yes, I believe they have other plans. I mean, think about it. If you know what I'm saying, you done kicked it with Putin. You watch him. I'm saying Trump ain't, I ain't never been to Russia. I ain't never met Putin. I ain't never been to, Ireland and all of that kind of stuff. And, I've never stood back from a position of power and watched these world dictators and the power that they wield. I've never seen it up close and personal. But if I'm a person who wants that and then I see it, and so I see it's possible, we just got to figure out a way to make it happen here. Again, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. Y'all don't agree with me, that's cool. It's cool. I'm not telling you this stuff is a fact. This is what Donald Trump wants to do, and I know it for a fact. I'm telling you, I believe what he say. I believe what he say. And I think that's what he wants. And that, to me, I think is the danger of electing a Donald Trump. It's not the Democrats are holy. But this is one of those elections. Like, I didn't like George W. Bush, right? I think that man is a war criminal. I don't think he was trying to undo America. And he wanted money. I still believe they wanted oil. I could be a little off, whatever, but they wanted money and power. But not like this. I didn't support Mitt Romney. I don't think he wanted to undo America. If Mitt Romney had won, I think we'd have been like, oh man, and there would have been some policies that I didn't agree with and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, y'all, this one is different. This one is different in my mind. This one is different. And y'all can listen to all of the black Republicans say they not Republicans, but then try to convince you to vote Republican. You want a plantation? I don't know plantation. Like, it really is kind of like the Jedi mind trick. They're only fooling the weak-minded ones. Or the ones who see something in it for them. It was actually, Brent, stand back and stand by, not stand down. Take a step back, stand by. And they did until he mobilized them on January 6th. Want to say all of Trump's flunkies are pleading guilty, going to jail. They ended up going to jail for like 30 days, maybe a year. None of them facing like no real time. Langston.
Hey, good evening. Good evening there. I'm just taken back about like what you're talking about, and it's so true, Emanuel. In regards to people think that this administration that Trump is trying to put together and mold for his own well-being is for playing. And the thing is, this man is telling you absolutely who he is and absolutely what he's going to do. Anybody that's running for the president of the United States that's willing to say that he's going to be a dictator for one day is showing his hand. And everybody's keying, and it's like, this guy is serious.
Right.
He saw where he felt. He saw where he dropped the ball the last time. Guaranteed he won't do it a second time. And I mean, this is just serious business. And I'm just always amazed at how people still can be lackluster about this whole voting process and how it doesn't help me. I don't see my life any better than what it was before. And I mean, we are teetering, as you stated before. A lot of countries that are just as developed have dealt with coups.
Yep.
And this country has been blessed that we've never had to witness anything like that. But I mean, we just got a glimpse, just a keyhole peep in the January 6th of what truly could happen. And then what are the mechanisms? I don't think that we're built for it. We're not even ready because we've been just so used to what has happened. But when something as so sinister as I believe that this guy wants to do, it'll happen and we won't be ready.
And Langston, to Nate's point, where Nate was talking about he don't think that he'll win. They're trying to make it where that doesn't even matter. Because remember when he didn't win and they were talking about, who we need to get elected to office? Secretaries of State. That's who we need to get elected to office. Because even if they don't win, they plan on winning. They plan on legit having, the election was stolen. Their intent is to steal the election if they have to. They've been working on that for, since he lost.
Yes. Absolutely, man. And I mean, heck, you still go out to these little MAGA rallies, and they'll still spout the same. And before I say that, he's even said, and it's so weird that he's saying what he feels. There was a time where you kind of said things that the people wanted to hear, and you did the backroom deals. You know, back then, you know, you stay behind closed doors about what you want to do. This guy's telling you that he likes stupid people. He likes the uneducated. He told them to their face, and they're applauding him. And I mean, and when you hear these people, and it's like, this can't be real life. When someone says, "Oh yeah, Trump is still the president," and then they'll, I'm just, it's horrifying to me that grown people are toting these crazy, outlandish stories in their head, and they are standing on it. And I'm like, oh my God. And the educated is kind of, I think we're still trying to play politics as is written to be, but these people are playing for keeps, and they care less about it. They're ready to flip the board over and burn it down.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we just need to continue to educate ourselves and not take this voting as just some type of novelty that our people have literally died for, were bombed, were killed for, and we kind of toss it around like it's like a Sunday news clipping that comes in the mail in your driveway, whether you choose to pick it up or not. And it's just asinine to me. But hey, Emanuel, you're doing a great job, buddy, and we'll keep listening.
Yeah, I appreciate your call.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, that was Langston. I'm telling you what I see. Like, look, and for real, I'm not even saying that some of the stuff that some of the Republicans say don't make sense. Again, I'm not for abortion. I'm not for abortion. I don't think Donald Trump is against abortion. I'm not. There's a lot of things that Republicans say they stand for that I agree with. If Nikki Haley won, I can't say I'm lockstep with Nikki Haley. It would be a much more difficult choice for me. Because I've not heard Nikki Haley talking about basically wanting to be a dictator and undo America. And so people talking about how bad of a candidate Joe Biden is and why there was nobody against Joe Biden. And I mean, those are legitimate. People have legitimate concerns, questions. But look, y'all, Donald Trump is a whole different thing. He's a whole different animal. But okay, I guess enough of that. Because if you're blind, I refuse to see that Donald Trump wants to take over and become a dictator. Because when you think, who want to be a dictator? I mean, in America, who wants to be a dictator? Come on, we all know. We all know. Dictator bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why we in America, we all know that. Dictator bad. Democracy good. Dictatorship bad. We all just, it's something we all know. That's why he hunching the flag. Trying to convince you, I don't really want to be a dictator, but he telling you, I want to be a dictator, but I love America. He... All right. I guess enough of that. What else is going on? There's so much stuff that I missed last week. But I was down here in this basement. Um, LaDonna said I didn't see that. I'm being, I think, exaggerating. He wasn't actually hunching the flag, but he was hugging the flag and all that nonsense. So he wasn't actually hunching the flag. At least I don't think so. I don't think so. But I know you're not a Republican. You just think all black people should vote Republican. I know. I got you. I got you. Got you. I saw where Tria says her daughter saw me today. Where did your daughter see me today? I only went one place today. So I'm guessing Bob Evans, your daughter work at Bob Evans? That's all I can imagine. Because that's the only place I went today. Went, grabbed Mrs. Livingston and went to Bob Evans, had something to eat, and left. Can I just say this? This is, Bob Evans pancakes are not delicious. Their pancakes are not delicious. I would even go as far as to say they borderline nasty. I couldn't eat them daggone pancakes. Can they get the recipe from Perkins? Perkins got the best pancakes. Can they get the recipe for Perkins? Oh my goodness. They were nasty. I didn't finish them. Like, for real, I don't even think I ate a half. Like, oh, come on. So she wasn't Perkins. She didn't want to bother me. Well, she said I look thin cool. I'm not thin. I am fat. I've not been working out or anything. So I'm still fat. But, maybe it was the clothing I was wearing. It was an optical illusion. I'll take it. Fame wants to know. Wait a minute. I don't know. I got to get on the right screen. So I'd like to help the people. What editing software you have to get that background screen? I don't have any. I'm not using editing software. I am using an A10 Mini Pro. I'm using an A10 Mini Pro. I got a green screen. Hold on, I'll show you. Because I don't, what I'm saying, it might mess up the illusion for some people, but it'd be helpful for other people. A green screen. Just a green screen. Just fabric. So just a green screen. And then in the A10 Mini Pro, it allows me to, chroma key it out. When I wear green, as you can see the reflection of the water coming through here. Nothing I can do about that. So, sorry, I don't. But when I do video and I do green screen, I use DaVinci Resolve. And I use DaVinci Resolve and Premiere Pro. Actually, I use A10 Mini. I use DaVinci Resolve. I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I use it's not iMovie, is it? What is it? What is the Apple one? Whatever Apple's is. But I only use that at my other job because he uses that to do some conversions. Final Cut. So I use all three, but when I'm doing this, it's all done in the A10 Mini Pro. And thank you, Sierra. Final Cut Pro. I'm still learning Final Cut. I'm actually still learning all of them, but I'm newest on Final Cut Pro, and I don't know how to do a whole lot of them. Bradley says them sweets will eventually get you that sugarfoot diabetes. I hope not. I hope not. That's all I can say, I guess. I need to change my diet. I do okay. Sierra, so I'm a Premiere Pro person, but it's starting to feel a bit archaic. I was a Premiere Pro person until I started messing with DaVinci Resolve. And I found it easier to use. I mean, there are some stuff in there. Sometimes I take stuff and do certain stuff in there, and then I'll import it into Premiere Pro and do some other stuff. Because, they all have, some drawbacks and all of that kind of stuff. So, I was just about to talk about something and it slipped my mind. That fast. I had coronavirus. And I'm getting old. How is my sugar addiction? It sounds like I'm doing good. Not really. Here's what I'll say this. I don't eat as many sweets as I normally do, or as I'm used to doing. For whatever reason, I don't really have the appetite for it as much. I don't really have the appetite for it as much as I used to. So, but no, I still, trust me, I have boxes and boxes of Girl Scout cookies upstairs now. And I would give them away. Like, I would give them to the little girl so she can give them to the little baby. But she don't let the little baby eat sweets like that. Because the little baby she gets cavities, So her mama just don't let her, if she eats something, they quick, brush her teeth. No. But she still, used to get cavities. So they just basically no sweets for you. Sorry. Well, you can blame Nate. My niece was selling Girl Scout cookies. Actually, I think Nate was selling the cookies. I think that's his side hustle, and he be using the kids as a front. But my niece was selling Girl Scout cookies, so I bought a few from her. And then they did this, well, if you buy one, then we'll give you two. So, and I think I bought 3 boxes before I knew the whole buy one and we'll give you 2. And so I think I bought 3. So I got 9 boxes of cookies now. That was not my plan. That wasn't my plan. So you can blame Nate and his cookie hustle. I'm not convinced that that's not how he make his money now. No, I didn't go back for the sale. He just altered the deal, like Darth Vader did to Lando Calrissian or whatever his name was. Brent,
are you accusing your brother of being a pimple? Is that what I'm hearing? He's tricking out your nieces?
I'm just saying, I'm not convinced that he don't have a cookie hustle on the side and using the nieces as a front.
Oh, my goodness. I hope that's not true, Nate. Nate, you got to call back in and confirm that is not true. You cannot leave that out there.
It might be true.
Because the rumors get to flying and, lies get halfway around the world before the truth get out of bed, as the old saying goes. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Just quickly back to because you, Nate, and I can't think of the other guy, Langston. Already said enough about Trump, but folks don't realize how much with the United States government essentially works off of a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
That's it. And Trump ain't no gentleman. he is all about chaos, and at every point in time to where the norms, as they always would say, the norms should kick in. He said, is it a law? And it was a law. He was like, I don't care about the norms. He treated the norms like Rick James treated Eddie Murphy's white leather couch. So he just don't care. And that's just a sad thing in that.
Yeah.
But hey, a quick story about the Holy Ghost, or not necessarily the Holy Ghost, but you were saying how that one preacher tried to make you get slain in the spirit.
Yes.
Well, I was at a service. It was a one of those healing and delivering services. We visited another church, and the preacher got up there and talked about how the other night, he saw demons slithering backwards out the church and everything. And I'm like, okay. And as it's going along, at the end of the service, he calls out everything from sugar diabetes to the gout to hangnail. So he called out so many different maladies that everybody should have been up there to be healed and delivered. Well, one thing that occurred in there is that what happened? The preacher looked at me. Because I was up at the altar and everything, he didn't come try to touch me in the head and, make me pass out because he was still in the pulpit. But he looked at me and said, run. And I looked at him and was like, huh? And I just walked out the side door because that's hella manipulative. And I don't want to be the cause of somebody else seeing that and they think, oh, well, Brent, so I'm going to get there and run and everything. So I didn't want to be part of that. But they had one of the guys up there was a white minister, prophet. I don't know what he was. I can't remember his name. But he was going around, touching people. And one of my good friends, I never let him live it down. He was in the aisle. He just holding his hands up, had his eyes closed. And this white dude just simply came skipping and pow, just hit him. And he fell down. And I'm sitting over there just trying to keep everything in. And later on that evening, I called him. I was like, he got you, didn't he? He was like, yep. I'm like, he caught you off guard. And he had no choice but to fall because he didn't see it coming. If he had saw it coming, he could have braced himself. But
let me tell you, Brent, you should have ran. No, really.
And why is that?
When you think about it, some of the stuff, like, what would it have hurt you to run? For all you know, that was going to be the act that was going to release some sort of deliverance to you. So it's not like you were faking. Think about it, for real. If Jesus himself came down here, right? And, you know what I'm saying? You had cancer or something. Jesus said, in order for you to be delivered from cancer, I need you to run over there and run back. Would you do it?
He wasn't Jesus.
But if that happened, would you do it?
If it was Jesus, undoubtedly, yes. But
why?
In this situation,
but hold on. But why would
else,
you do it? Why would you run?
Because it was Jesus.
But Jesus can hear you without you running, so why would you run?
Because Jesus asked me to run. But if Jesus wanted the other folks to run, he could tell them to run too, not use me to make them other folks run.
You do it as an act of faith to see whatever that deliverance was. So for all you know, you missed a blessing because you didn't want to run.
I missed that one on that day. But the rest of the stuff I saw with my friend getting caught like that and everything, I was like, yeah, I was wise just to act like I didn't see him and just walk on out the side door and go get me some water. But what did I have on here and everything? And I don't blame you for being out last week. We're gonna put blame where it belongs, and that's on Raven Monday. That it's everything's
That's right.
fault.
Yes.
But what of course again what LaDonna wants us to talk about is the wrestling report.
All right.
And we have two pay-per-views actually to catch up on. We may only do one depending on if you saw any of or know anything about it. But first is the recap of the Elimination Chamber down in Perth, Australia, which neither one of us was up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning to watch it.
No, I was not.
But I think for the women's Elimination Chamber, you correctly picked the man. Becky Lynch.
Yes.
She won that one. I picked Bianca Belair. And for the men's Royal Rumble, you correctly picked, who won that one?
Drew.
Oh, crap.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. And I had picked, I think I went with my heart pick instead of my head pick. So, but, just wanted to give you credit. You were correct in this instance. So, wanted to give you your due. Have you seen any more of the heel Rock promos since then?
Yes.
What do you think of his work as compared to when he was, like the corporate Rock or even the Black Elvis Rock with the pork chops?
Look. I think I know exactly what's going to happen with the story. I think we all do. But I also believe, I think he's doing some good heel work.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, he's still entertaining. He's still, electrifying, whatever you want to call it. I think they going too long. You don't have to take that long to get there. But I think he's doing some good. When he told them they was all meth heads and crack heads, that was just funny. That's just funny. No, I think he's doing some good heel work.
Yep. Yeah, and then when he was going to do If You Smell, and then Roman Reigns stopped him, and then he had that little lip quiver, I'm like, oh, here it comes. But to me, it seemed like with The Rock said, he was like, yeah, I acknowledge you as my tribal chief. Being sarcastic. So I was like, oh, yes, they're going to have the double main event, and The Rock is about to, Rock is going to do something. I'm thinking maybe on the second night, which will lead to a potential SummerSlam or, once in a lifetime, the following WrestleMania. But
oh yeah, I mean he's gonna, of course, the way he's doing his one up in the air, at some point he's gonna take that finger and point it at Roman. Now,
have you seen how during, especially I think it was Friday, how Paul Heyman was looking at Rock the whole time?
Paul Heyman, that Paul Heyman is a genius, and he is doing some amazing, and it's so subtle, but he's doing some amazing work in the background. His reactions are carrying that story. He's doing amazing work.
Yes. With him looking over there, he was like, man, something is up.
Yeah.
He could see it coming a mile away. But switching wrestling federations, did you happen to catch any of the AEW Revolution?
I did
which
not.
The big thing was Sting's final. So you missed Sting's final match.
Yes.
Okay, you have to go back and check the interwebs, and you can find some of the matches and everything. But Sting's match, which because you're older than me, so one of the things, I won't spoil it for you, but Sting came out there, and also, of course, Flair was there, but Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was there too.
All right.
And also in the audience was Nikita Koloff, who is actually a pastor now in a church there in the Greensboro, Charlotte area. So it was good to see that coming. So you got to see some of those matches so we can talk about it more in depth, because Darby Allin should be dead. He should be dead with some of the stupid stuff he did. But if you check on their Facebook group AEW, they'll show some clips of some of the craziness that went on there. But that was absolutely hilarious. And before I get off here, we got to do a demo here to make sure what I found was actually correct. Give 2 thumbs up and hold it. See if we get them fireworks.
Oh.
I don't know. There's a delay. I can't tell if the fireworks have happened.
Got the
You have to hold both
fireworks.
of your thumbs up.
Got the fireworks.
All right. All right. So it looks like it's your iPhone, or I guess you're using iPhone, iPad, or something like that. So there's different gestures that you can do. So if you give 1 thumb up and you hold it, it should give you a thumbs up somewhere on the screen, and I can't remember all.
Yeah,
the
I be
other
seeing
stuff.
that sometime, and I never knew what that was.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
So
never knew what that
we
was.
can't
It just-
blame. So little baby has been exonerated, and also Raven has been exonerated. So she wasn't doing anything in the background either. So. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but-
Yeah, I did not know that.
All right, man, you making sure we got everything covered? Yeah, we got enough covered.
Hold on,
We can hit the
one
rest
last
of it.
wrestling question for you. When
Yeah.
are they debuting Jade Cargill, and what is her storyline gonna be?
I have no idea. They had her. It looks like they're gonna put her down at the bottom and make her work her way up, because she had that one little backstage segment with some mid-card women's wrestlers. All the blonde wrestlers, lady wrestlers, look alike to me, so I can't tell you who it was. But man, I do not know what they're doing with her. I don't know. I have no clue. But she's not going to be I doubt it if she's at either night of WrestleMania.
Oh,
she
that would
may
be
make an
tragic for
appearance,
them
but-
to miss that opportunity.
Yeah, and she hasn't even wrestled a match. She was in the Royal Rumble, but that hasn't been a match. And goodness, they could do her like they're doing Braun Breaker.
Yes.
Little Rick Steiner, have her come out there and do the implant buster, and that's it. And have her come out there be her arrogant self, but they haven't even done that. So I don't know. I have no clue as what they're gonna do with her, but they're wasting time.
All right.
Maybe just their writers just don't have any plans for her right now, trying to get the man back in there at the top. So,
All right.
All righty. All right. You have a good one.
You do the same, Brent. Appreciate the call. All right. So now I know where the fireworks came from. And y'all thought I was doing it, but I'm like, I had no idea where that was coming from. And every once in a while I would see that thumb pop up. I was like, what is that? So, all right. And I'm on a Mac. So, maybe that's a thing just with the Mac. So thank you. Thank you, Brent. Now I know. All right. What else we got? Wait a minute. Samuel sent me a message, and it was something I wanted to. Where is it? Samuel sent me a message, and I wanted to put it up. There it is. So that was brutal. His name is Lando Calrissian. I couldn't remember his last name. I was close. I couldn't remember his last name. Samuel says, do it again. All right. So now we know. It caught me off guard both times it happened before, but now I know. See what else we got. Oh, it's almost time. Get ready to get out of here. There was something else. Oh, Ron says, when I was talking to CK, Ron D says, I thought you didn't believe in statistics. I don't. But if someone asks me for them, I'll give them to them. I don't know. How do they know that 66% of eligible voters go out and vote? Because a whole lot of people don't fill out the census. How many eligible, to know how many people they are, and they're estimating this stuff. I didn't fill out the census last time. Intentionally. I said I wasn't going to do it, so I didn't do it. So again, they just guessing. They're just guessing. Key.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay. Just calling to say hey, see what's going on. You ain't been on in a minute.
Yes. I was on UPTO.
Okay. Why you do us like that?
Like what?
Why you go on UPOT? What is that?
Unpaid time off.
I know, but why you do that to us?
Sometimes, I have stuff to do.
You always be having stuff to do. You don't have a show sometimes every day of the week.
Yeah, but
so you can't be doing us like that.
No, sometimes
how we gonna get gonna get our fee-fees and our feces on without you?
I had to get in there. Had to get in there and do some stuff, take care of some stuff. I got almost everything done that I wanted to get done. And that was a good week.
Hey Anthony, hey Trill, you believe him? Hey Miss Brenda, you believe him?
How was your week?
It was good, but I was looking for you, so I couldn't. I ain't had nobody to get my giggles on with, so I'm just like, okay, we got Wyatt, and who else we got? We ain't got a whole lot of people.
We got Lincoln.
Hey Jeannie. I know, I listen to Mr. Lincoln and then Raven too, but it just ain't the same. Like our interaction is not the same. I interact with them, but we be cutting up, and then you be saying you cussing but don't cuss and all that other stuff. You be kind of lying.
I don't cuss. But Key.
Hey Saban. Hey Nathan.
How did everything turn out with the dude coming wanting? What was he trying to do?
Yeah, no, I remember I told you that was the maintenance guy. What they do is, I guess the big wigs was coming, and so they were trying to get, they was doing this in everybody's apartments. He had already came over, I think, one day that week already. He had already came over, and I told him what was going on about the smoke detector. So I already knew he knew about the smoke detector, but he trying to get everything done or whatever, and I'm guessing he was on a one-man show. So they trying to get everything up to code because, like on certain stuff, if it ain't up to code, they can get fined. So, a smoke detector, that's like major because you need a working smoke detector because if a fire or anything happen, they liable for that because they supposed to have them up and working. So.
But you checked for a camera.
Yeah. I don't know how it would look, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. I'm like, Emanuel telling me to look for a camera. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, you look. That's important.
Yeah, but nah, they like I said, I already knew they was coming over to do it, and I'd be different if he just randomly came like, okay, let me put the smoke detector up. But I'm the one told him, because like I said, remember I told you when it went off, I got so scared because I'm like, okay, because there's a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector, and it kept beeping. But I'm reading the instructions once it got taken down, like it'll keep beeping if it need the battery replaced.
Yes.
I'm like, I didn't know. I'm thinking like, okay, carbon monoxide. I'm like freaking out.
How did you not know that? All these times when you be hearing people call in to
I know,
shows
I know, and like how Mr. Lincoln was getting on twin when his kept going off. But the thing is, it like randomly, like it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it just like randomly went off. You know what I mean? Out of nowhere, and I've never had that experience with a smoke detector, so that's why I'm like it freaked me out and it kind of scared me because it came out of nowhere. So like I said, called the fire department, they checked, and then they took the thing to check for carbon monoxide. They were like, no, they were like, you just need to just get them to replace the battery. I said, okay.
They didn't replace the battery?
I guess they didn't have any. That's what I thought they usually have. Because don't they give out smoke detectors?
Yes, they give out smoke detectors.
I know.
Sometimes they do changing batteries and stuff.
Well, they played me because they ain't give me one. That's what I thought. But I'm like, hey, LaDonna, yeah, they didn't give me one. he say get it done yourself.
And LaDonna say I need my battery replaced. Why don't y'all look, ladies, go get yourself a little ladder, a little step ladder. You can change that. But I'm not blaming you for not having a man, okay?
Who don't get no man?
You don't have no man.
How you know what I got?
Because you had to call the fire department to change your battery in your smoke detector. So even if you got a dude,
it was two something in the morning.
it don't matter. Even if you
But
got
nobody here.
it don't matter. Even if you got a dude that's hitting it,
nobody here, Emanuel.
It don't matter. Even if you got a dude that's hitting it, you don't have a man.
Wasn't nobody here.
It don't matter.
It was just me.
If your battery and your smoke detector need to be changed and you got to call somebody to do it, you don't have a man.
Emanuel, it
What?
was 2 something in the morning. It
And?
was just me here. How me not having a man? Because wasn't nobody here mean I ain't got no man. Wasn't nobody here, so I had to call the fire department.
Key, you
What?
said your battery had started beeping, right?
No,
I mean,
the thing started
detector
beeping, and like I
had
say,
started beeping, and then one night at 2:00 in the morning, it just went off.
I'm saying it like I think it was like 2 something. It just started beeping, and so like I said, I've never experienced that, so I didn't know because like I said, it's a combination smoke detector and carbon monoxide thing. And and I was paranoid too because I kept hearing them stories on TV about people passing away from carbon monoxide. I remember they kept showing it on the news about people with their carbon monoxide poisoning.
Key.
That was around that time. So, yeah, so just because I was here by myself, Emanuel.
Key, if you had a man.
How me being here by myself mean I don't have a man?
If you had a man.
Emanuel, you're not going to do that to me. That's what you're not going to do.
Key, if you had a man, he would have changed that battery.
Okay, wasn't nobody here but me, Emanuel.
Then you would have called your man and said,
no. If they're at work, how they just gonna leave their job just to come change a battery? Huh? Or if Mrs. Livingston called you and said the smoke detector going off and you at work, you just gonna leave your work over in Kentucky to come all the way over to Avondale and change a battery? Tell me that's what you're going to do. So that's what you're going to do, Emanuel?
Yeah.
You liar.
No.
You're going to wait. You're going to tell her to take it down and let the battery out until I get there so it won't keep making that noise, and I'll replace it when I get there.
Okay.
That's what you're going to say.
All right. But she's not going to have to call nobody but me
Leave
to change
alone,
that
Emanuel.
battery. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be over there one day and I'm going to hear beep and I'm going to be like, you need your battery changed. Hold on.
See, mine didn't do it. Just came out of nowhere in the middle of the night. So mine wasn't like how people, when they call in the Lincoln and they stuff be going off in the background. I've never experienced that.
Key?
So you better leave me alone, Emanuel. I can't even be vulnerable with you without you making fun of me and telling these people because you ain't got no man.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying. I was just trying to help
I can't tell you nothing no more because you're going to do me dirt.
No, all I was saying was you and LaDonna, because she said she need her battery changed. And my thing is...
Oh, did she, LaDonna?
Yeah,
you need your battery changed?
That is one sign.
LaDonna, she gonna get somebody. LaDonna, she got somebody.
It don't matter. I'm not
she
saying
got
you
her
can't,
grandbaby.
I'm not
They
saying you
can
can't get a man. I'm just saying you don't have a man.
No, we're not talking about me. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna flip it on me.
But you clearly
you can't
don't
do me like that, Emanuel.
You don't have a man because you needed your battery changed,
But Emanuel, we're not gonna put that story out there like that, okay? Leave me. Don't do me like that. What else you got?
I don't have to do anything. I'm telling you.
What else you got? I hear what you saying. I needed my battery changed. It wasn't a carbon monoxide
I'm not
detector.
telling you anything that everybody don't know. When you say I needed my battery changed or I need my battery changed,
no, that's
everybody
not what I
automatically
said.
know that means you don't have a man. It's no secret.
No. You twisting and changing the story. Okay, what else you got, Emanuel? Why you feel glory in saying that?
What?
Keep saying, but you keep saying, okay, let's get on you. Okay, why you got 9 packs of Girl Scout cookies for? Why you swimming in Girl Scout cookies?
I just told you why.
No. Why is you swimming in Girl Scout cookies for? Do something about that. Huh? Why did you got them Girl Scout cookies for?
I told you
Huh?
why. I bought
Why
3
you
packs
swimming
of
in
Girl
Girl
Scout
Scout cookies with
cookies
your
to help
grown
my
self?
niece, and somehow ended up with 9 packs.
What flavors you got?
Some lemon something. I had the shortbread and the Thin Mints.
Okay, what you drinking with all of that?
I mean, I'm not drinking anything with it, but if I do, it'll be some peach tea. But I'm not drinking anything with it. They not even open. I haven't even opened them.
Okay, what else we got going on? Were you going to see that statue, the Harriet Tubman statue?
No.
Okay.
Why would I?
Why you say it like that?
Why
I'm just
would I?
asking questions. I'm talking about what's in the news.
Right, but I'm saying, why would I go see a
I'm just
temporary
making
Harriet
conversation,
Tubman statue?
Emmanuel, about what's going on in the news.
I don't.
I don't know why you would. I'm just asking, is you?
No.
Okay.
Are you?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't have plans to go that way. Man, I'm going to get you. You give me a hard time. Don't give me no hard time.
I'm not giving you a hard time.
Okay, let's see. What else we talk about? Somebody seen you today. 2 people seen you today.
Who?
Where they see you at?
Only one person saw me.
Oh, okay.
Well, a lot of people saw me, but
No, I'm talking about on the chat.
yeah, one person. I went to Bob Evans.
Be quiet, Dwayne.
Me and Mrs. Livingston went and had breakfast at Bob Evans. They got nasty pancakes.
Oh, okay.
That was the takeaway.
Is that what you was going for the pancakes?
No, I got a protein bowl, but I got pancakes with it. And they were just nasty. Perkins is the place to go if you like pancakes.
Oh, okay.
If I could get the recipe for Perkins pancakes, I might never leave the house.
Now, what about the original Is they still open, the original pancake place? I heard they supposedly had the best pancakes.
Perkins had the best pancakes.
Okay. Which Perkins you go to on the west? The only one I know is on the west side.
No, that one closed.
Oh, okay. I don't know where no more Perkins at then.
in North College Hill. That's the
okay.
That's the only one I know of. I think it's another one like North, like Mason or Westchester or something like that. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. What you got on the agenda for this week?
More screen printing.
Now, when you say screen printing, what that mean? Like you making stuff to go on clothes, or what do you mean?
Yes. Like the shirt
okay.
I have on,
is this like your own design, or this is something that somebody gave you?
Some of them are my own design, and some of them is, like if your company has a logo and you want that logo on a shirt, like this church this is their logo. They wanted this logo on a shirt, so I put this logo on a shirt.
Oh, okay. Now, what about like as far as, because it looked like it's like a reflector shirt that you got, or no, it could be like you said, you got green screen.
Yeah, it's the green in the shirt that you can see through.
So how do you got to put that in the dry cleaner, or can you wash that in the washer?
I'll put it in the washing machine. It's just,
Oh.
I mean, like when you buy a shirt at the store with Nike emblazed on it, that's probably screen printed. It's the same process.
Oh, okay. Because how some stuff, start to either peel off or flake off or fade off. So you got to.
Yeah, that's not good. That's bad quality. Either bad quality screen printing or some other like heat pressed or vinyl or something like that. A lot of that direct to garment stuff fades. I tried that, but a lot of that stuff fades out. But a good screen printing job should last as long as you own that shirt.
Oh, okay. So you got a good. So you guarantee that. So if I have you make me something, you guarantee it'll last a lifetime.
No.
Okay, so how long you guarantee?
It should last the life of that shirt, but I'm not guaranteeing a damn thing. It is.
Man, you dag. See how you get
Guarantee.
Dag, you cussing me out. Ron D, where you at? I need Ron D to get it. Sick of Ron D. Come on, Ron D, call in.
Yeah, nah, I'm not guaranteeing it, but it ain't going
nowhere.
nowhere.
Call him an N and everything, Ron D. Where you at?
But yeah, I'm telling you, it ain't going nowhere. But I'm not guaranteeing it. You come back 20 years from now talking about, see, it's coming off here. I need a new shirt. No, I ain't guarantee you nothing, Key.
Why? That's what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to get some stuff, and then if you tell me some, no, the lifetime of the shirt, and then, hello? And what if the shirt mess up in, I'm saying a few days? You tell me the lifetime of the shirt.
Oh, if it mess up in a few days, I got you. That mean I did something wrong. I got you. I will remake it and make sure it's right. But you talking about a lifetime? No.
Yeah, Jason, I'm still on. You trying to call in or something? Let me know. Jason Dockery says, Keith still on? Emanuel, what time you trying to get out of here?
7 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. I know you didn't do me like that.
What?
You the one started it.
5 o'clock. I'm just saying.
Okay, well you started it. Don't start it when I hang up, okay?
I won't.
Yes, you will. Dang, Emanuel.
I won't.
Will you drop it?
I haven't said anything.
You laughing. I already know you gonna say it all. You gonna talk your.
I haven't said anything.
We finished that conversation when it happened. I don't know why you brought it back up. Anyway, Emanuel, I'll talk to you later.
All right,
Somebody said like you hooked me up with Roscoe.
Key, what you getting into today?
What I'm getting into today, almost halfway gone or whatever.
What you getting into this evening?
Well, just getting ready to wrap. I ain't telling you because you.
What?
I ain't telling you because when I tell you stuff, you
Key.
You use it against me.
Key.
What?
What you and your man doing this evening?
Oh, please. Are you supposed to hook me up with, what's his name? Dad, what's your alter ego? Wink, wink, Dad. Stinger. You supposed to hook me up with Stinger. What happened with that?
Well, apparently you got a man. Dave Stinger is not that kind of guy.
Dave Stinger was supposed to be my guy, but you messed it all up. You act like they couldn't get in touch with him and anything.
Oh.
I got a question. I think somebody asked you this before. You favor the guy from Channel 5. What's his name?
Not the
He
gay one,
always
right?
be like on location somewhere.
Not the gay dude.
Oh, he gay?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about.
Richard Childs. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
He's black and he got gray hair. He favors you.
Oh no. Let me look.
But his name Richard Childs on Channel 5. But he's always like out on location somewhere. He mostly be like on the weekends, like on Saturdays. Like if it's like a race somewhere, like around town, or
I don't think I look nothing like this dude. Nothing against him.
No, I say you favor him. Like you don't look just like him, but you favor him.
Okay, I guess you can see that. I'm looking at a picture of him. Our noses are kind of shaped close to the same. He's got the gray hair. We're close to the same skin, complexion. So, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said, "Can I show the picture?" Hold on, let me see.
I think somebody asked you that before. Was you related to him? Didn't somebody ask you that?
No.
I think they asked you either in the chat or what. He favors him, his mannerism. If y'all watch him on the news, when you be like doing his mouth a certain way, and the way he favor, they favor each other. If y'all ever seen them on TV, y'all see what I'm talking about.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
Somebody said it.
Somebody wanted to see a picture. Hold on, I think I can put a picture of him up. That's Richard Childs. I got nothing against that brother. I don't know him. I've never met him, but I could, again, nose.
Yeah, like you favor him.
Nose
like
shaped about the same.
That's
gray
like
hair.
an old.
Same
Yeah, that's like
complexion.
an older picture. But y'all got to see him on the news, and y'all see what I'm talking about. This picture, I don't know where, man, you got this picture from. This look like when he probably first started.
That's just the picture that's up there.
Yeah, nah, y'all got to see him when he on TV. Be quiet next to you, Livingston. They just trying to rip me today, ain't they? Where all my peoples at?
All you need to do is have your man call in.
Oh Lord. Where Dave Singer at? Is he gonna call?
I don't know.
Huh?
I haven't talked to my man D in a minute.
Uh-huh. What do you say? Key tried a joke and it failed. What joke did I try? I'm not joking. I think they favor. That's what I think, Jason. How's that a joke? People is a trip, ain't they?
People are a trip.
Call in, Jason, so they can rip into you with what you say.
I'd hate to see that happen.
Okay. Well, all right, man. You let me go, 'cause they on some other stuff.
All right, Key.
All right,
I
man. You don't hurt
appreciate
me.
your call.
Okay, don't hurt me too bad when I hang up.
When you hang up, I'm signing off.
Yeah, that's what you said last time, and you was on for I think another half an hour.
I'm signing off.
Hopefully Ron D call in. Come on, Ron D, where you at? All righty, man. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Key,
Have
you
a
do
good
the
one.
same.
All right. Bye.
All right. That's Key. I always like when Key call. All right, y'all. That's about it again. I wasn't trying to change the world today. I just wanted to, again, just get back into the groove of everything. I do think I'm going to be putting up like a store. Like an online store where you can buy some of my designs. So, if you want to support me, you can go. But it ain't there yet. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Be ready. And, you'll be able to go to my online store and purchase some of my designs. I'm not a designer. Just so y'all know. But, I'm going to try. I've come up with some pretty good shirts. I'm actually, in the next couple days, going to be doing my, Janice. I'm going to be doing my Isley Brothers shirt. Y'all know I'm not an Isley Brothers fan. But, I was doing this series of shirts using song lyrics and, putting the lyrics on the shirt, with maybe a little graphic. It might just be lyrics, but a little graphic. And then the song, the year it came out, the album it was on, the artist, all of that stuff at the bottom. And I think I'm going to get back to that. But that stuff is just for me. Mine is, actually, hold on, I got the design. I'm not going to show y'all the design, though. But, yeah. Be on the lookout for, I'm reading something. Be on the lookout for my online store. Samuel, I'm clicking the wrong thing again. Will you be able to stitch letters on sweaters? I don't do embroidery yet. I'll work my way there, but I don't do that yet. Janice say, why you direct your negative comment to me? No, it wasn't negative. I was saying because I know that you personally know the Isley Brothers. So I was just saying I'm doing an Isley Brothers inspired shirt. And when I said Isley Brothers, I'm like Janice, because I know that some Isley Brothers. So that was it. Nothing negative. I'm not a fan of Ronald Isley's voice, but I don't have anything against the Sierras. Why don't you like the Isley Brothers? I'm not a fan of Ronald Isley's voice. Again, that don't mean he can't sing. Just, certain voices you gravitate towards, other voices you don't. His voice, I'm not a fan of his voice. But that takes nothing away from his talent. And Janice says they're family. Okay. So, no, that was the only reason I mentioned you. Nothing negative. Just saying Isley Brothers made me think of you. That's it. But yeah, I'm doing an Isley Brothers inspired shirt. So that was it. That was the only reason I mentioned you. Nothing negative at all. And yeah, Sierra, that's the only thing. I don't care for his voice, Smokey Robinson's voice. I don't care. Those are two voices that I just don't like. I don't know why. It's something about them voices that I just don't like. Again, that doesn't mean they're not talented. I'm not saying he can't sing. I'm not saying that. I just don't care for his voice. A lot of other people don't care for my voice. And I understand it. I don't have a problem with that. Me, I'm a Stevie Wonder, Charlie Wilson, somewhere in that. Like those are voices that I really like. I'm one of these. I believe Stevie Wonder is the best male vocalist possibly in history. Now, of course, I haven't heard every male vocalist in history, but if you ask me right now, I will put Stevie up there as number one. Donny Hathaway, Charlie Wilson, we running around in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, those are in my top 10 easily. Wow, even better than Luther. I didn't think Luther had a great voice. I didn't think he was a great singer. He was steady and consistent. I didn't think Luther was no great singer. Like, his range wasn't out of this world. Like, Stevie Wonder's range, that thing is out of this world. And the things vocally that he can do, runs and riffs and whatnot, and the way it... But Luther was, he was all right. He had a nice, smooth voice. But it wasn't like, every time I hear people, oh, Luther, and I'm like, vocally speaking, in my opinion, and this is all opinion, in my opinion, Luther Vandross is, an average singer. Just an average singer. Better than Prince. I think Prince was a good singer. Not an amazing singer. I mean, range-wise, he did a lot of falsetto stuff, and but he was okay. Prince was okay as a singer. I think as a musician, Prince was, and I'm not a musician, so I always ask other musicians, and all the other musicians that I talk to are like, "Oh my God, Prince as a musician." So I'm like, okay. I thought he was a good musician, but, I don't really know what makes a good musician. I'm not a musician. But I talk to musicians in other genres and everything, and they're like, no, Prince was an amazing. Jason says, average voice for Luther? You obviously are tired. No. What did Luther do? I mean, vocally. What did other than that, you know what I'm saying? What did Luther do where vocally he's just like, oh my God, I can't believe he just hit that note. Oh my God, that run was out of this world. Oh my God. He was just a standard, give me the song, and I'm going to sing it. It's going to be smooth. I'm going to just sing the song nice and smooth. That was it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't think that's like super outstanding. Luther didn't have like no amazing power. He didn't have no great range. His voice wasn't, he couldn't, I'm not going to say he couldn't, maybe he could. I didn't hear a lot of runs or riffs or anything like that. He just had a nice, smooth voice. You know what Luther did. Don't try to play me. You know what he did. He just had a nice, smooth voice. Why do people think that that's an insult? It's not an insult. But when you, for me, again, we're talking about me. Luther can be your number one. But for me, the range that Stevie Wonder has, the things that he can do with his voice, he's got range, he's got power, and I just like voices in that register. So, that's it. That's it. Jason says his sales said otherwise, and the awards. Sales and awards don't mean anything in terms of whether you're a good singer. Milli Vanilli should tell you that. How many sales did Milli Vanilli have? How many awards did they win? Do that mean they were great singers? Sales and awards just mean people like it. People buy it. That don't mean it's great vocally or anything. If that's what you're using as your standard, as who's the best singer? Well, the person who sold the most records. Come on. That don't mean they the best singer. So stop it. If you like Luther and you think he the best singer, then he's the best singer to you. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm not telling you you're wrong. Jason says you're being subjective. Of course I'm being subjective, as is the nature of saying what you like. That is subjective. Jason says it's always based on sales. What's based on sales? So you're telling me the person who sold the most records is the best singer? That's your opinion. That's the way that you believe it goes. Come on. No. How does Luther sound to you? He's a good singer. He gonna hit the notes. It's gonna be smooth and, pleasant to the ear. That's it. You just enjoy being a contrarian. What is contrarian about what I'm saying? What is contrarian about what I'm saying? If I were saying Luther couldn't sing, then maybe you could say he's trying to be contrarian. He's trying to be a contrarian. But I'm not saying anything contrary to anything. I was, for whatever reason, rating where I think people stack up vocally. I said Stevie Wonder is up there at the top. I'm putting Charlie Wilson up there at the top. I'm saying Luther is somewhere in the middle because I think his voice was just an average voice. I go to karaoke from time to time, and I hear people sing Luther Vandross songs just as good as Luther Vandross. Just as good as Luther Vandross. You know what I hardly ever hear? Somebody sing Stevie Wonder songs just as good as Stevie Wonder. Somebody sing Charlie Wilson just as good as Charlie Wilson. I think he had an average voice. It was nice. Just a nice, average voice. That's it. How would I rate Dean Martin? I don't know. I ain't never really listened to no Dean Martin songs. Brent?
Hey, just real quick, because there are other undercover wrestling fans that don't like to admit it in the chat, but Steban reminded me that rest in power to both Ole the Rock Anderson and Virgil Mike Jones. and
Yeah, we
also
talked about them last time I was on, I believe. I was never a big fan of Virgil. And
Yes.
I did though like Oli.
Thank you.
Minnesota Wrecking Crew. I think somebody should do that angle that they did with him and Thunderbolt Patterson back in the 80s.
Okay, I don't recall that one.
They were tag team champions, and then they fell out. And so, of course, each one of them was half of the tag team champions, but they refused to be a team anymore. So, they both had to find a partner, and then they had to wrestle each other, and whichever team won ended up being the champion. And they stretched that out for a little while and made a real good story out of it.
Okay, yeah, they could potentially do that to separate those Raw and SmackDown tag teams.
That's exactly what I was thinking they should do, to separate those titles. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just sitting in the drive-thru and remembered that and wanted to go ahead and call in.
All right.
All right.
Hold on. Is Luther Vandross a great singer? Oh, he hung up. Luther he's an all right singer. He's a good singer. He's a good singer. I think Steve Perry is a great vocalist. And you talking about range and yes, I don't know a whole lot of rock and all of that kind of stuff. I really got hip to him on We Are the World. And when he did his little part, I was like, okay, that was vocally. And then I went and listened to some Journey stuff, and I was like, okay, now that dude got a great voice. But I'm not into rock. So, yeah. You think Bob Marley could sing? I'm not a reggae fan. And I don't find, at least in my opinion, that most of the reggae that I've listened to, reggae singers can't sing. Now, of course, there might be some amazing reggae singers out there, but a lot of times, them dudes are not good singers. They just average to below average. They average to below average. But again, that's clouded by the fact that I don't care for reggae. So, what about Michael Jackson's voice? Young Michael Jackson, absolutely amazing voice. As he got older, not as amazing. And I don't know if it's that he stopped doing stuff, or that kind of high tenor stuff just didn't resonate. I mean, I think he could sing, but he could sing. He could sing. But I think young Michael Jackson, I would take definitely over older Michael Jackson. What do you define as older? I'm going to say, probably just after Thriller. Just after Thriller. I think, right there at his peak in terms of his commercial success, I think, in my opinion, his vocal, I don't want to say ability, because I just didn't like the things he was doing vocally as much as when he was younger. He had locked himself into a style of singing at that point that I don't think lent itself to. Keep in mind, I'm an R&B guy, okay? Rock and pop and all of that stuff, okay. I acknowledge it's there and, whatever. But to me, a good R&B singer, and again, this is all, Jason, subjective. It's all subjective. It's my opinion. So my preference is R&B singing. Soulful, strong, powerful. I like some runs, not too many, but I like some runs and riffs and such and forth and all of that kind of stuff. Nice texture to the voice. R&B singing is what I like. Michael Jackson had moved out of R&B singing into pop singing, which to me is different than R&B singing. So I'm not saying that he lost the ability to sing. He just started singing differently, and that don't fit my taste quite as well. Chris says, sing an example of what you're talking about. No. What about Luciano Pavarotti? That style don't move me. That style of singing don't move me. It just don't. I'm not saying it don't take skill or talent or, any of that kind of stuff. It just don't move me. So I would never put like a Pavarotti in my top singers. Because it's my top singers. It's the stuff that I like. Black Lion say, I guess you would know reggae. You're still listening to church music on Sundays. I don't know reggae. That was the whole point. I don't know reggae. I don't like reggae. I might hear a song or two here or there that I like, but for the most part, I don't like reggae. So no, I don't know reggae. You're not a fan of falsetto. Not true. If done right, like D'Angelo, when D'Angelo does some falsetto, great. Eric Benet does some falsetto stuff. Amazing. I'm not a fan of falsetto. I'm not a fan of weak, sucker, pussy ass falsetto like Smokey Robinson and the stuff like that. I'm not a fan of that. But I like a good falsetto. Yeah. What I say that was bad language? I didn't use no bad language. You like Jeffrey Osborne? Jeffrey Osborne is okay. I do like Stokely from Mint Condition. I think he's a really good singer. Okay, I think he's a good singer. Jack says, you said pussy ass. What's wrong with that? I don't know if there's anything wrong with that. That's not bad. It's descriptive, accurately describing Smokey Robinson's voice. Yeah, what else would I have used? I don't think that there are any other words that can accurately describe Smokey Robinson's voice. Any other options to describe Smokey Robinson's voice? Anybody? It's a weak little pussy ass falsetto. That's the only words I can think of to describe it. If somebody got other words, I'll accept them. And some people like that voice. I don't. But I think those are the only words that accurately describe his voice. Not your cup of tea. Well, that would be describing how I feel about it, but to actually describe the voice. Did you like Jodeci? I did like Jodeci. I really liked Jodeci. What, the Forever My Lady, Diary of a Mad Band. I think they kind of fell off after that for me. The show, the after party, the hotel. I was on that. Like, I was just all right on that. But I wouldn't say like vocally they were the best singers or anything. But I did like their music, no doubt about it. What are my top female vocalists? I'm gonna tell you, not Aretha Franklin. It's not even necessarily her voice. Like some of the stuff she did with her voice, some of the songs she sang just irritated me. I find it hard to listen to some Aretha Franklin, all that hollering, which is gonna be crazy because I like Fantasia and Patti LaBelle because of all that hollering. But it's a different hollering. It's a different hollering. I did not like Aretha's hollering. I didn't like Aretha's hollering, but I like Fantasia and Patty's. I don't know why. It's a difference. Yes, I liked Anita Baker. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Liked Anita Baker. But who my top? Oh, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Jennifer Hudson either. I don't like Jennifer Hudson singing. I don't like her singing style. I don't care for her voice. I don't like the inflection and all that kind of. It's difficult for me to listen to Jennifer Hudson sing anything. It's difficult. Gladys Knight, no doubt, she's up there. Something about the smoothness of her voice, but I'm not saying like she's some amazing singer. Just, I love her voice. I love the smoothness, the slight deepness, and her delivery. I love her voice. Again, I've already said I like Patti LaBelle. I like Fantasia. Something about that style of singing that I like. There's a lot of good female singers that didn't get a whole lot of play that I kind of think are like really, really good singers, Jason, because I don't believe that sales equals great singer. Shaka Khan, no doubt, Shaka Khan. She vocally, she does stuff that other singers just can't do. And she do screaming, but it's not screaming. It's hitting notes that other singers can't hit. And people are intimidated to sing her songs because they are Shaka. What great singers have low sales? Don't you realize how many great singers never had a record deal? You really think the only good singers on the planet all had record deals and sold 10 million albums? There are so many amazing singers. Y'all know that girl, Tanika? A lot of times she'll be on the chat on Lincoln Ware Show. She was a big mark for Nathan Ivey. She's an amazing singer. Amazing. She has sold 0 copies. 0. And put her on the stage with anybody. If she ain't blowing them out the water, she definitely hanging with them. But she has sold 0 copies to my knowledge. 0. So in your mind, Jason, that means she can't sing? Because she ain't sold no records? That woman can, as Nat says, she can sing. Zero. Zero. So in your mind, her voice is crap because she ain't sold no records. That's the logic, Jason, that you're using to determine who's a good singer. Ooh, this person sold a lot of records, so they're the best singer. This person sold no records, so they can't sing. That doesn't make sense. That is not a dictator of whether or not someone is a good singer or this person is a better singer than that person because they sold more records. That's what I'm saying. That's the logic that you're using, and it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. So, but I don't know. It's a lot of good female singers out there. I don't know if I have a favorite. I think. Hello, caller.
What's good, E-Man? Greetings.
Hey, what's up, Black Lion?
What to do? I just had to call in. Now, as well versed as you are and as talented as you are, how the hell you don't listen to reggae?
I don't like it. It don't move me.
Oh, but you be listening to them Christian slave songs in church.
I'm not sure what you calling Christian slave songs,
You
but
know there was some damn slave songs, all of that slavery talk. It ain't a warrior song in the whole mix of none of that music in church you listening to.
Well,
not one.
Well, first, that's not true. But second, even if it were true,
you don't say Kirk Franklin.
It is much more about the style of music that I like. Whereas, like, just because somebody's a good singer and they sing country doesn't mean I'm gonna like them because they're a good singer. They're singing a style of music that I don't care for.
So you don't care for reggae music?
No.
God damn, man, where you gonna get your warrior spirit from? It ain't in that R&B. It ain't in dude singing to some girl about her panties. And it sure as hell ain't in there talking about Jesus come save you.
I guess I'm not listening to the music to get a warrior spirit.
Oh, shit. It appears so. It appears. It's evident. But there's plenty groups with some damn good singers. But I think one of the best singers that I could name off the top of my head is this group called Morgan Heritage. Their father, I think his name was Leroy Morgan or something like that. He had an R&B song in the 70s. You'll have to ask Lincoln where, or I have to look it up. But his children got a group named after him. And that lead singer, bad, bro. The man can sing. He can sing. I remember I went to see him in concert, and I went backstage to see them. And I was thanking this lead singer so much that, and congratulating him on being such a great singer, I totally had to turn around and say, oh, well, I'm sorry. All of y'all are great, too, because all of them were standing there. His brothers and sisters were standing there, and they all just laughed at me. But check out Morgan Heritage, man.
I'll check it out.
Bro. The man can sing.
I will.
And most definitely Garnet Silk. He can sing. He got an acapella that he did on YouTube. This bad. He dead. He's been dead for a long time. Garnet Silk.
Hold on. Did you say Garment Silk?
Garnet. Garn. Garnet. Garnet. Silk.
Okay.
Garnet Silk.
Now, hold on. Don't go nowhere. I'm trying to write this down. Because I'll forget.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Steel Pulse. That lead singer was bad. That man can sing. Listen to that. It's called Worth Your Weight in Gold, but most people call it Rally Rally. Listen to that song and say, now, do I hear shit like this at church? Because the answer going to be hell nah. They ain't talking about nothing about their people. They just talking about, oh, Jesus, please save me.
Well, that's not
all that
true.
Shit.
I mean, what you're saying is factually inaccurate. There are.
Come on now, you know we've been hearing that Jesus music our whole life,
telling
bruh.
you, it's just
Bombarded
not
with it
true.
on Sundays.
All I'm telling you is what you're saying is not necessarily true.
Okay, they got those dance beats for Jesus.
Yeah, they do
From
actually.
Kirk Franklin.
No, I'm not talking about Kirk Franklin. You know, there are a lot of gospel artists out there.
I know. I don't know none of them.
Okay.
Because I don't listen to that crap. I don't listen to it all.
And I'm okay with that. Like
I don't know the lady's name, and I don't. It's not Hold My Mule. I think it's called Screaming John or Shouting John.
Actually,
You
I do believe the name of the song is "Hold My Mule," but you're talking
It's
about
not Hold My
Caesar.
Mule. I
Yeah,
know
with
that because I was calling it
Shouting John.
that, and somebody who used to play gospel music on Sundays corrected me. I think it's called Shouting John. And I was being funny, kept calling him Screaming John, but it's Shouting John. Do you know who sing that?
Shirley Caesar.
Oh, okay. Well, the lady could sing. Well, you see, you know who
Yes,
she
the name
is,
of the
don't
song is indeed "Hold My Mule." I thought so.
you? Look it up again, man. It's called Shouting
I'm looking
John.
at it right now. It's "Hold My Mule."
And Hold My Mule is in parentheses.
No.
Okay. Look up Shouting John by Shirley Caesar, and I bet you it's gonna come up.
It may come up, but that doesn't mean that that's the name of it.
So I'm making this shit up that may come up. Okay.
No, I'm saying people call stuff wrong all the time. But the actual
That's
name,
true.
the actual name of the song is, I believe, "Hold My Mule."
Look it up. I don't think it's called Hold My Mule. I don't
saying-
think that lady named the song titled Hold My Mule.
That is the name of the song.
That's commonly known as.
No.
That's like Work Your Weight in Gold, people call Rally Rally. And they got it in parentheses, Rally Rally. And if you look up Rally Rally, you'll find the song. But the song is called Work Your Weight in Gold.
The song is called "Hold My Mule."
Okay. I ain't going to argue with you. You know that Christian stuff better than me, so you may be right. I just called to say, damn me, man, you as well-rounded as you are, you don't listen to no reggae, no nothing? I mean, did you even check out the Bob Marley collection just to say I heard it?
No.
Oh, my goodness. One of the most earth-shattering performers in the history of our times. You didn't even take time to say, let me just listen to Exodus.
No, I did not listen to Exodus.
Oh, my goodness. But you did hear Hold My Mule, though,
no,
right?
Wait. Here's I'm in a band, right? And
Yeah.
I'm in a few of them, actually. And in one of the bands.
Damn, Emanuel.
And in one of the bands, they want to do "I Shot the Sheriff." And they're like, you know, oh, everybody know this one. You know, we should be able to do this one. And I was like, hold on, just for the record, I've never listened to this song.
Crying ass shame. I know they looked at you like, what the
heard
fuck is
it,
wrong
but I've
with
never
you?
actually listened to it. And so when I first listened to it, I was like, okay, it's a decent song. But, and they were like, everybody know this. I'm like, everybody don't know it. Some people don't care for certain music. So you can't assume.
Clearly, you one of those people, right?
Just like you don't like gospel, I don't care for reggae. It's okay to have different tastes.
Hold on. But I have heard and listened to some gospel music. I just named you one.
And I've heard and listened to some reggae, and I just didn't like it.
Oh, my goodness. You know what? We all entitled. You entitled to be wrong, too. I'll talk to you later, King Guitar.
All right, Black. Oh. I'm just saying, you know, different people like different things. And when you're rating, ooh, this is my top may not be your top. Like, I think Luther was average. Somebody else is like, he the best singer ever. Like, you got a right to feel that way. I like Patti LaBelle. I can't stand all that screaming. I understand because I don't like Aretha because of all that screaming, but for whatever reason, I like Patti screaming. It's all subjective. It's all subjective. And even the awards, that stuff is subjective unless it's based on sales. That stuff is when somebody wins at the Grammys, They didn't really win because they're the best. They won because that group of people that was voting voted for them to win. Maybe they think they're the best, but that don't mean that you think they're the best. That's it. It's all subjective. You like what you like. I like what I like. And some of that is what make the world go round. Just imagine if we all had to like the same stuff. So we all got to like Taylor Swift. Because she's selling a lot of records. She the best singer. She sold more records than anybody else. That make her the best singer. She won more awards than anybody else. That made her the best singer. No. No. I'm glad I don't have to like Taylor Swift. Because I don't. But I'm not mad at you if you do. It's all subjective. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. Y'all done kept me over almost a whole hour after I just finished telling Key I'm hanging up when you hang up. Y'all made me a liar. Liar. And last thing I want to be is a liar. So, I guess it's too late for that. But I am out of here. I am out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I guess until next time, y'all. Peace.